Hey, Scott. Yeah, outgoing Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic's not too concerned about the jobs numbers, saying he expected them, but he was opposed to the last rate cut, says the Fed's credibility is on the line with 5 years of above target inflation. He's concerned rate cuts could anchor inflation expectations, could unanchor inflation expectations. The surveys that he does from the Atlanta Fed show firms will continue to increase prices into 2026. The Fed, he says, should keep policy restrictive to hold the line on inflation, and gets a little colorful when he says the Fed should not be too hasty to call kill the beast. To call the beast slain. He prefers to wait for additional government data, Scott. So, of course, he's retiring next year, early next year, so he won't be voting, but perhaps reflecting some of the hawkishness on the Fed board as it exists now.
I mean, willing to take the risk on the labor market. He might not be concerned about the numbers we got today that he expected them. However, 4.6 gets the attention of a lot of people today on the unemployment rate, and the hopes that it's not going in that direction from here.
That is true, right? But remember, Scott, if you take a risk on the employment side by cutting rates, you take a risk on the inflation side. So I think it was Powell who said there are no riskless choices here, that there's a risk at either side. And Bostic did talk about the risk on both sides of the mandate here. There are just some who think, you know what, it is important for the Fed to put their inflation house in order before moving forward with this economy. There's also a lot of talk, Scott. We had somebody on, Dan Clifton, this morning, this afternoon, talking about the idea that there's a lot of stimulus coming next year. There's, the depreciation is going to kick in. There's refunds are going to be higher. There's Fed cuts that are in the can already. And so a lot of stimulus coming next year. And so that's something the Fed has to watch out for. One thing I've heard concern about, Scott, is with these refunds coming next year, producers and retailers might use that opportunity to pass along more of the tariffs.